audio to connect. Okay, now we're officially recording. So thanks everyone for joining in. We're really excited about this catalog. This is, again, our 10th year in business, so I think this is probably our 8th official catalog. So we've been doing this for a long time. The whole staff works on it, so it's really a lot of fun when they come out. So what I'm going to do is just going to scroll through this catalog. The smartphone QR code on the front page of this will bring people. You can scan it with an iPad or an iPod and go straight to our home page. Can we put you on hold just for a second? I'll be right back. I have to close the door. There's a meeting going on here in my little office. Just a second. Okay, are you with me? Okay. It's much easier when I'm not talking over people. Great new shot on the front catalog. We had some really cool installations. I love to point out these new shots because it's a really big trend now, and we're seeing it in all of our fields that people are using concrete pads to install the equipment. And you see how in this picture the concrete butts right up to the grass. So what they did is they excavated. You hear me say this all the time. They excavated and they backfilled with the concrete pad. And so because the grass and the concrete are flush here, then they're able to use a smaller fitness zone. They're not worried about any tripping hazards between the transition between the grass and the concrete. So this is a real good way to save money and really shrink the zones and shrink the amount of concrete that people have to buy in order to install big fitness zones like that. So as we start through the catalog, it looks very similar. There's a good-looking guy in the customer service area here. Well, there he is. That's me, Dave. I think you're the only one that hasn't officially met me that's on this webinar. So this just points out how to. What's that?
They pointed you out already.
Oh, okay, okay. I don't know how I got lucky enough to make the catalog. I'm the only one on staff that made the catalog this year. This is not new information. This all just goes through our Track to Fitness and the E-line, the different product lines, and how to navigate through this catalog. And then we roll right into the E-line. That again. I always like to point out the pictures that are selected in the catalog and on the website, just pointing out different ways to install the equipment. I really like the way this E-line Airwalker was installed in rubber tiles. A lot of people ask how to install in rubber, and this is a smart way. You can cut the tiles out and then bolt the equipment down, or you can go right on top of rubber if you want to. And then the picture of the red equipment, even though red is notoriously one of the worst colors to put outside. This was a corporate campus, and they wanted to go with red, so they did. But that's custom E-line equipment. You can see we still have the opportunity to do custom work. So if people ask for custom colors or custom projects, you see the horizontal bars back here. That's a triple horizontal bar that we built custom for that particular project. So if people ask for equipment that we don't have, you're more than welcome to call us up here at the office, and we'll look into designing and seeing what the cost is to create custom equipment that we don't currently have. Rolling through the E-line, I'm just going to be able to go through these pages quite quickly, with the exception of this rowing machine that is a new design. Everything else has pretty much stayed the same this year. This rowing machine is really cool. It's very, very compact, and it really allows people a full body exercise. You can almost lie down on the motion. The range of motion is so big on this new E-line rowing machine. We have a little ghost image showing it, and then a blow up of the technology and sophistication of what those guys are doing. This is built out in Michigan. They've really put a lot of time into upgrading this particular piece of equipment. Other than that, everything else is going to pretty much look the same. I do want to point out on our E-line elliptical cross trainer, you see this back end. Can you guys see my cursor when I'm moving around on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this back end here is, we're going to see a change this year, but it's going to look like our new Triactive Fitness elliptical cross trainer, and I'll point out that new back end here in just a little bit. Just scrolling through the E-line, this should all look very familiar. The E-line multi-bars and the horizontal bar are still in ground mount. You can see that we don't have the surface mount option on those two particular products at this point. Same thing with the parallel bars and then the stretching posts as well. They don't have these flanges down here for in-ground mount at this point. Then scrolling through to the flat boxes, and then here's customization for the E-line again. This is that same corporate campus. They wanted us to build these crazy kipping bars that attach to their very, very long, I think that's a 20-foot long horizontal ladder. So we did that. We designed this whole bar that goes up, and kipping bar is just a special bar for doing a different type of pull-up. That's just really popular now. So we actually incorporated that into a new fitness package that we created for this year. Again, over here we have all the color options for the E-line. We still have all the same color options. Rolling down into installation, we put our more difficult style of installation into this catalog. This is one of our installation specifications. If you're not opting to go onto the concrete pad, then this is how you would install the equipment. Most people are using concrete pad because it's just easier. It's really, really simple, and for the most part, most of the equipment is surface mountable. So you can go onto little concrete blocks like this picture over here on the right, or the full complete concrete pads, which is really nice and clean. Now we're rolling into the Triactive Fitness line of equipment. As far as manufacturing, powder coating, and assembly, nothing much has changed for this catalog. We just have some product changes. Any minor changes that you wouldn't see are just going to be changes that we've made, beefing up frames and beefing up bearings and on a couple of products, but I'll try to point those out as we go through. So going through the Triactive Fitness product line, the first couple of pages really aren't going to have any changes. Someone just popped in, I think, or logged on the phone.
Sorry, I'm late.
It's who? I'm sorry?
It's Tim. Sorry, I'm late.
Oh, hey, Tim. No problem at all. You didn't miss too much at the beginning. We're getting into the Triactive Fitness product line right now. And just so you know, Tim, I am recording this. I'm going to turn it into a video so I can send that to you and others that weren't able to make it today.
Excellent. Super. I'm going to go on mute so because I am driving, so I don't want to cause any interference.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, no problem. So we're just scrolling again through the products. There's a new design on the squat press, and what we did was we just were able to increase the range of motion. Again, on the squat press, this has been a piece of equipment that we've had for a long time. It's a really good, challenging piece of equipment, and we're able to increase the range of motion. We were able to increase it last year at the top end of the range of motion because we had some sales reps. One guy is about 6'5" or so, and when he gets on that and extends his arms out, he really helps us design for the bigger, taller people. But we also were able to keep that tall range of motion, but also accommodate people that aren't quite as tall on the starting point of the squat press. So shorter people can do curls and get the benefit of the lower exercise, lower range of motion on the squat press now. A little change on the parallel bars with the flanges on the bottom, so they're surface mountable. Horizontal bars are still going to be one, and the stretch posts are both going to stay in ground mount. You see there's no flanges down there, so but those are two, I think those are the only two now that are going to be at ground mount for Trying to Fitness. And just scrolling through this page, no changes this year on any of that equipment. The AirStrider, you see this says new design. What we did was just change this frame down here. This is a heavier tube that connects down to the bottom tube. And our next change that we're going to talk about for this piece of equipment, even though I know that you all have seen the AirStriders in the trade show booths, the one that we had, as well as the one that you all have. They rock around a little bit if they're not secured down to the ground, because there's a tube down here. It's a circular tube instead of a flat tube. So we're actually going to change this to get some flat tube frames and work on that, so these will be a little bit more stable when they're not bolted down to the ground. That's kind of a unique situation because we don't show a lot of different models of different products in the trade show booths, and we found that this one, while it still functions great, it just rocks around a little bit on that tube. No changes down here. Okay, so here's a new design on the elliptical cross trainer, and you can see this big circular back end. That's our new design for the Trying to Fitness elliptical, and we are going to be engineering that way for the E-Line elliptical cross trainer as well. So that will be happening soon. We'll see that change very, very soon. Now going to the modular. We're almost through this catalog, so I didn't expect this was going to take really long. But this modular designs are really cool, especially for those of you that are far away. I think everyone on this one is real far away, East Coast. So you've seen some pretty crazy freight quotes. Now that we've gone modular, what we've done is we're breaking up the equipment into 3 different pieces. What we're looking at here is a step and twist, recumbent bike, and then the 2-person rotator is going to be next. And you see what we've done in the past, we always had just one frame, and everything was welded together in one piece. Now we're shipping this in 3 different pieces for several reasons. One reason is going to be it's going to be much more compact and cheaper to ship, so that's a huge advantage. Another big advantage is because the 3 pieces are independent of each other, they can be installed to accommodate different groups of people. So if you wanted to have rotators or a recumbent bike for small kids, you can install it accordingly. Or if you're accommodating a men's correctional facility, you can install these things to accommodate grown men as opposed to children. You can also, and we're going to get to the point where people can order custom orders. So if they wanted down here for this 2-person rotator, traditionally it's a sitting rotator and a standing rotator. Well, now we've gone modular. People can order 2 sitting rotators or 2 standing rotators or 2 steppers and no rotators. So just a lot more versatile for installation, for shipping, all the way around. So we're really excited to see this change this year. All of these are available right now, and we have them all available except for this rotator. We do have it available, but we have the 2-person rotator. We have the older model in stock, and we are going to try to sell those out. We have about half a dozen or so in our warehouse. We're going to try to sell those before we sell these modulars. So if you're quoting the rotators, we'll talk on an individual basis about which model they can take. New design on the warm-up station. Same thing. The only change is now the rotator is modular. In the past, this had a bar and a curved flange that would bolt to this upright post. Now it's independent, and it can be installed at varying distances away from that upright post. Then another brand new product is our multi-fit trainer. This one is going to be really cool as well. We got it into the catalog. We don't have all of the components. We haven't even assembled one of these yet. But it has been engineered, and we're going to be ready to go with this product in the next few weeks. We were expecting to debut this at our trade show that Chris and I are going to in Houston in 2 weeks, and unfortunately we weren't able to get it fully ready for that show. But in the next few weeks, this is going to be ready. The cool thing about this multi-fit trainer, it's very similar to what our kids combo climber was, but this one is for adults. It's designed for grown-ups, and basically the concept is you can purchase at this point as few as 4 sides and up to 8 sides on this piece of equipment, and you can pick and choose what exercises you want. So this is a modular piece of equipment. What we're looking at here is an adjustable sit-up ladder. This ladder actually comes off, and it can go and hooks onto these horizontal bars. So it's an adjustable ladder. It can go low to high, and that's obviously varying challenges. Right now we have some rings hanging off of this. This is going to be a pretty versatile bar right here. We can do rings, we can do trapeze, or just have it as a pull-up bar. This is going to be a climbing apparatus, like a crux, kind of like a crux climbing wall. You go up and around, so really challenging. And then horizontal ladders, pull-up bars, and this is an uneven bar back here, which is a different, having your wrists and your hands facing inward and outward for pull-ups and chin-ups there. So that one's going to be really cool. As we sell them and get them out in the field, we'll be able to take more pictures and have success stories to sell. But especially in areas where size and space is going to be a restriction, this is going to be a really good unit to fit into small areas. As far as shipping on this one, it's going to ship a lot like our horizontal ladder, and it'll stack on an 8-foot pallet. So it should be a pretty reasonable to price-wise to ship this piece of equipment as well. When we do take delivery and start assembling these units and start bolting them down to the ground, we'll find out if we're able to sell 1 or 2 at a time, or we'll see how small we can go with this unit. So we'll keep people posted on that.
Hey, Bruce?
Yes.
Quick question, Dave here. Is this kind of what you would consider? I mean, obviously we're focusing on corrections and shelters and behavioral health, that sort of thing, and we had talked about one unit that would be contained in a small area. Is this sort of what you're thinking we should be configuring for that?
Yeah. This would be a step up from the pull-up and dip station, a pretty big step up from the pull-up and dip station, but. Yeah, if you had a super small confined area, the pull-up and dip is the way to go for a tiny area or a room. I know we've looked at several small exercise yards and fenced-in yards and different contraptions that people want, and this is going to be the answer to that.
Are there are there additional pieces that we're not seeing here? Is that what you're saying as well, or?
For right now, this is all that's available.
Okay.
Is the 6. But what you can do, the versatility comes in is you could do, if you were trying to accommodate, in corrections or in military, what they might want to do is get 4 or 6 or 8 just of the chin-ups and line them up, or put them in a Z pattern, or put them in a compact little square or a compact little octagon or hexagon. or if they're trying to be versatile for a small group of inmates in a rec yard, 4 to 6 of these is going to be really, really compact, and then they can get a full body exercise and get tons and tons of different workouts and exercises. So yeah, this is going to be really good for corrections.
A question for you. I can see where one of the questions may come. That sit-up bar, the sit-up board there, can we have that installed so it cannot be removed and put up and down, so someone doesn't take that and swing it?
I don't know at this point if we'll be able to secure it. I expect the answer is going to be yes, that we would be able to do that in our warehouse upon request. I don't see why that would be an issue. I like that idea. That is a smart idea for corrections. So if we're aware, like if the corrections people were looking at this, I wouldn't sell them these circles with the ropes, and we're going to be real aware of who's buying what equipment and what we're shipping out. So we'll pay attention to all the hazards and everything for different markets. But that's definitely a good idea about that adjustable sit-up.
Okay, yeah, because I'd like to talk to you about maybe, because this is a drawing you did, kind of a computer animated drawing, correct?
Right.
So maybe we could design one that we think would look best for that particular market, both behavioral health and corrections, and you could computer generate one that we can kind of use in our marketing collateral?
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. And actually, because if all goes well, to be honest with you, when we take delivery of this thing here in a couple weeks, we might be able to one-up that computer-generated picture and actually put this thing up and build it the way that you want. So we might be able to get real-life pictures as well. So yeah, we'll work on that. We'll definitely stay in touch.
Get an orange jumpsuit for the pictures?
Well, I wouldn't mind doing it, but the people that I've talked to have said that it's pretty corny, and
it is.
And apparently a lot of the corrections people don't like it. So
and most times they're not wearing that anyway. So, but yeah, it would be nice if we could put something specific to them so they can see, because they're going to look at the rings and they're just going to tune us out. So we can take some of that. Put some additional.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that'll be a fun project.
All right.
And then staying in that same modular frame of mind here, our next big change for this year is the E-Line accessible multi-gym. What we've done is we're down to only one multi-gym, and it's completely modular. You can see down below that we have several options for people to choose from, and now people can, if they want a multi-gym, they can cater it to the people that they're expecting to use the equipment. So they could choose up to 4 different exercises that are bolted right onto the center post, and then we have the swivel seat that goes along with it as well. So this is really cool. We're really excited about this new multi-gym. We just got to the point where people were having a hard time deciding between multi-gym A and multi-gym B and who's going to do what exercise on it. So we went this direction with the E-Line. And again, we have a little bit more leeway and a little bit more flexibility with the E-Line. These guys in Michigan are just they're a little more flexible, a little bit more open-minded than our builders here in California. So we did do a new multi-gym for the Triactive Fitness product line as well, and that's listed here. What we did was we eliminated the multi-gym A and the multi-gym B, and now we just have one accessible multi-gym. We took the most popular components of the 2 multi-gyms and just built them into one. Reason behind it was just popularity. These exercises, what people wanted, and these units, if you haven't seen one or tried to move one, they are pretty big and cumbersome, and they take up a lot of room in the warehouse. So we just brought it down to one of the greatest hits for the multi-gyms. No changes on the rickshaw. Fitness packages, for the most part, have stayed the same. But I did tell you earlier that we had a brand new fitness package that includes those kipping bars on the 20-foot long horizontal ladder. And that's pictured right here. So that's this new cross-train fitness package. It is giant. It's a beast. This is really for really going to be intended for military and really industrial colleges, people that have a need for some really heavy-duty exercise. So this is a 20-foot long tall rope climb, a 20-foot long horizontal ladder with the kipping bars on each side, a four-person chin-up bar, or squat press, pull-up, the dip station, and the plow box. So that is E-line, so you can get it in any color that you want, as well as galvanized steel. So if you do have questions when people are looking at the E-line, you can always keep in mind that those products are available in straight galvanized steel. So we haven't sold a lot that way, but we do get a lot of requests for just plain boring galvanized. So we can do that with the E-line. Other packages are still indicating that 10% off. Again, the advantage of the packages that we've already that are pre-selected, that discount's already built in to your pricing. So if you compare the added up retail cost of these packages to your cost, you're passing on a 10% savings automatically to your customers with the packages. Big advantages, we have all of the drawings already complete. They're easy to customize and send off to you and clients. And they're also catering towards specific groups in specific areas. Elementary exercises specifically for kids, because there's no moving parts, nowhere for them to get hurt. The fitness trail is designed to go along the fitness trail, so you don't see any cardiovascular exercise equipment in here. You see strength training and stretching that's intended to work the rest of the body while people run or walk from station to station on the fitness trail. So all of these packages are specifically designed with specific groups of people in mind. We do still have the two John Spencer Ellis Signature series of packages. No changes there. And then all of our safety is the same this year. No changes there. And then when we get to the back end of the catalog, we're just showing some of our sales partners. No offense to those of you that are on the line now, but some of these logos, as you can see, are a little bit cuter and a little more attractive than others in other markets. So these are more Park and Rec people that are whose logos we're showing here. And then just a couple pictures. This is Michigan. One of the guys out there doing the metal work in Michigan. This is our warehouse in Santa Maria, California. Our warehouse is about half an hour away from our corporate offices here. So we're spoiled and by the beach, and the warehouse is down there in the valley. So, and then that's a picture of the inside of our warehouse. And you can see that we really, really do stay well stocked and have a good inventory down there in the warehouse. And then contact information, which all of you already have, and then just some nice pictures on the back of the catalog. This year, this is our crew. This is our warehouse crew down here on the bottom right. You can see we have a bunch of big, strong guys. These guys are assembling the products and shipping them out of our warehouse. They had the opportunity to go to one of our state Park and Rec shows and walk the show around and show off their I Make Triactive Equipment shirts there at the show. So that was really cool for them to experience a trade show with us. So that's it for the new catalog, all of the changes. Two things that I do want to mention is Two products this year that did not make our catalog are our Rider and our Power Rower. We still have the products in stock, so and they're still shown on the website. So they're still available, and we're just phasing them out. We're going to sell what we have and then let those fade away. Again, in the catalog, you're not seeing all of the accessible equipment, the accessible lap pole and the rowing machine and the treadmills and such. We still do have those products. They're just not in the catalog. We were saving some real estate this year on the catalog. So that's all that I have. I'll open up for questions if anyone has any questions.
Hey, Bruce, I just have a quick question. You said the Rider and what other piece that you were phasing out? The Power Rower?
The Power Rower, yes.
Okay.
Is that the one we just picked up, right, from the show?
Yes.
When we brought back. Okay.
Yeah. So we still have a lot of them. They're just not listed in the catalog.
Okay. If we show it and if someone still wants it within a reasonable time frame, we'll be able to get it?
Yes.
Okay.
Should we make efforts to get rid of that, to move that piece and get something different in?
Yeah, you know, I would say you'll have plenty of time. So maybe in the next 6 to 12 months, if you can move it.
Okay.
You know, or even 6 months down the road, I'd say if you get through your push of trade shows you're doing now, then maybe the tail end of your trade show season, if there is such a thing, you could do a contest like we did with the pull-up and dip station, or do something like that with that Power Rower. So, or just it can be sold at a discount at a later date, or a lot of different options with that.
Okay, great. And then one other question, Bruce. The pictures of some of the new equipment, are they available for us to get from Yancy or the web or some of our marketing pieces?
Pictures of what? I'm sorry.
Of the new product?
Yes. Yes. What I'll do is I have a folder, or we have a folder on our shared drive that has all of the pictures. Okay. And I'll make sure that I put it on our shared folder on Dropbox.
Perfect.
And if you don't have access to that, or if anyone that listens to this at a later date doesn't have access to that, let me know, or Chris or Jamie, and we'll send you an email that has the link to it. And what that is just a shared folder so you can view the pictures. Please keep in mind that if you want to use the pictures and take them, that's fine. But please use the copy and paste method as opposed to drag and drop. If you drag it, it'll go away from that Dropbox folder for good. If you copy and paste it onto your computer, it'll still be there available for others to use.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then, and anything else that we can do to help you with marketing efforts or questions or anything at all, just feel free to contact us at any time.
Great.
Good deal.
Sound good. Well, thank you, everyone, for all of your time, and stay in touch. Let us know what we can do to help. We're excited about the projects that are happening now and trade shows and this catalog as well. So you guys
appreciate your time.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll be in touch.
Thanks, Bruce.
Take care.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.